Okay. I see the stream is up and running. We've got sound. I'm gonna make this quick. I wanted to go live earlier today. Uh, I woke up, did my check for Summer Wells. Oh, and hold on, that's exactly why it's gonna be short. Okay, but as I was saying, I woke up, I did my check on Summer Wells like I usually do. And the first thing I saw was Don Wells arrested. So I'm like, oh, this is interesting. Then the details started to come out. Every channel was going crazy. Everybody was going live, and uh, people were saying it was verified. I know it from a source that's reliable. I'm 100% sure. Just all kinds of stuff. Well, while I'm watching this and listening to this, I go on the Federal Bureau of Prisons and I look up Don. No Don Wells, not that Don Wells. For him, it says he is not in BOP custody. In other words, not in the Bureau of Prisons custody. They don't have him. If they had arrested him and was transporting him, it would have said he was in transit. So I'm like, okay. People are coming on and trying to say how, oh, it won't show it for 48 hours, this, that, and the other thing. Wrong. Um, I went into a couple of chats and I saw where people were trying to tell the creators, hey, he's not arrested, he's not in custody, he's not there. And it's like they were just ignoring everybody telling them, hey, it's not true, it's fake. Um, but they were still posting like screenshots that really didn't make sense. Like they were posting screenshots of the same BOP thing that I saw that said he's not in custody, and that was supposed to be some kind of proof that he was arrested. And I'm like, how is that proof that he's arrested if it says he's not in custody? Um, I don't know. It's just a madhouse. Um, I gotta go say it. Yeah, but yeah, it was a madhouse, and it was crazy, and it's like everybody just lost their minds. Everybody drank Kool Aid today. So as time progressed, I ended up going into a few different chats, a few different live streams, just to see who was saying what, or if anybody was like telling the right information or whatever. And it was pretty much the same thing. Dogs arrested. I got a source. Everybody had a source. Um, then one guy actually posted, and I'm going to share that video. One guy actually posted that, and I don't think he realized it until he scrolled down to the bottom of the screen. Of course, he might have. He might have done it intentionally. There was a article that came out and it turned out to be a prank website, but you didn't know it was a prank until you got to the bottom of the page. And here's that. Now on him, I think he did that on purpose. I think he had already looked at the page and knew that it was a prank. I don't think he was rushing to just put something up. But there were a couple of other videos that I saw where the people obviously didn't know. I saw one video where they scrolled down, and as soon as they got to the part where it was like, "Oh, it's a prank," it's like they tried to hurry up and scroll back up so that you wouldn't catch it or whatever. But too late, it's on live. So then later on comes the extra drama. I try not to name like certain channels and I talk because I don't really want to be involved in the YouTube beef. But a certain channel that has been talking to Don over the last month or so, um, seems like they've turned tail on him and they no longer want anything to do with him. And one of the people from that channel was saying how they had turned over everything that they thought was relevant, all their recordings and stuff, to the TVI. And so I was thinking, like, if you know for a month or 2 weeks or whatever that this was something Don was planning to do, like throw out this false information or whatever, how much more do you know? And if you know that much, how do you think you won't be like tied up with Don when all this stuff finally comes to a head? I mean, we keep talking about the parents' guilty knowledge. What about your guilty knowledge? Would that make you like some kind of accomplice or accessory after the fact or something? If you're just now deciding to turn over information that you think the TBI might find relative or interesting, if that's the case, wasn't it relative or interesting 2 weeks ago? But that's not my business. So apparently, there's a phone call that Candace made, crying and sobbing. I'm gonna say I listened to it, and I definitely believe that it's Candace on the phone, even though you can't understand half of what she's saying, probably 75% of what she's saying. There are instances when she speaks somewhat clearly and you can recognize her voice, so I want to believe that was her for the whole call. Or she was calling and saying she called like one of Don's relatives, his sister or stepsister, and was telling them that the police were there, they were arresting Don, they were beating him up, something about the Mexican Mafia was going to kill him, and something about, now notice, she said $80,000. The text that Don said and the conversation that's been going around has consistently said $50,000. I clearly heard Candace say $80,000. The person that she called asked her, what has Don come into any money lately that you knew about? It's like this person was trying to like get answers out of her. Is that somebody in the chat? Okay, let me finish my thought because I'm kind of an airhead though. But the person was, yeah, it did. It actually sounded like Candace to me. I mean, like the parts that you can understand. I would pull up the video, but I kind of have my hands full. This is going to be a quick live because my grandbaby woke up. She's sick. But if you listen to her voice in the parts that it's clear, you can tell it's her. It has that slow drawl, that kind of it's just like that way that she talks. And I want to say, yeah, that was her. But anyway, yeah. So the person, it's like the person was trying to pick information out of her, and they asked her if Don had recently come into any money that she knew of, and she said something about $80,000, $80,000, not 50,000. So I found that kind of interesting since everybody else, including Don, has been saying $50,000. I don't know. Today was just a crazy day though, and then there's the whole thing about Chris McDonough saying on his community tab that today was going to be an interesting day for summer. Yeah, listen to it again, and thanks for joining me in my video, Kitty. I really appreciate that. But yeah, listen to it again. It does sound like her voice, like in the parts where you can understand her. I can understand 75% of that. I don't even see how the person that was on the phone with her could understand her. Um, what was it she said that I kind of understood it really clearly? I think right around the part when the person she called was saying something like, I think um, they're probably just going to question him and bring him back tomorrow. And Candace says something like, I don't think so. And then the person asked her something like, do you think Don had anything to do with it? And she's like, in my heart, I don't think he did. That was the part where I could recognize her voice. Oh, I'm so excited. I have 4 people in chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you for joining me. Well, like I said, this was just going to be a quick live. I just wanted to get that out there. Uh, I was intending to be live a little longer, but my little grandbaby woke up. She's not feeling well. I'm sure you can kind of hear her. She's stuffed up. So we're going to get off of here so that I can love on my baby. And as soon as I can, I will go live again. I'll put together something better, some better information. There is some stuff that I want to share. I did want to go back and play some of the video clips, um, some of the screenshots that were being shown around. So we will try to do that about this time tomorrow morning. I hope you guys join me again. Thank you.